All those Anjanat scales. I just like getting the monsters' scales and hides and stuff. It's really satisfying.
Yeah. No, I need to... Actually, my next thing that I have to do in Sunbreak is I have to grind for an Anjanath plate. Because I need... Or no, was it the... Was it a plate? I don't remember. It's like whatever the rare Master Rank Anjanath material is, because I need it for the gloves that I want. So where would the next Everden check be? We want to go after Jade.
There's an Everdem right there. No, Zamtrios, please. I don't want to fight you right now.
Yeah, it looks like there's 3 Everdens total.
Yeah, I did the noob thing that I should have done way sooner and opened the map. And it just showed me, hey, Everden, dude. It's like you forgot how to play JRPGs. Alright, well, here's hoping this is actually a monster I need.
Yeah, I wish there was some link where somebody listed what each egg in the Everden was.
Hey, what's up, Raptor?
Because I know
Welcome to stream.
Hey, Raptor.
Yeah, it would be nice. Ooh, this does mean more
Raptor,
caps for me.
Raptor, I finished the main story of Fossil Fighters this weekend, and I loved it. I thought it was, like, good that they didn't take it, like, too seriously and just, like, had fun with making it ridiculous, and I found it, like, very entertaining, and, you know, you already knew that I loved the gameplay of the first one, so I'm just going through, like, post-game little bit by bit, with, the kind of getting all the Vivisaurs that are post game exclusive, and then I'll probably try the post game fights. But I'll move on to champions probably pretty soon. Yeah, I've been because I used the Compsognathus like you recommended, and I got it to max level, so then I started using other things, and I started realizing how broken that thing is, because the fights got a lot harder when I didn't have Compsognathus in my party.
Tons of area down here I need to explore. I'm gonna be so loaded on bottle caps.
Which is important, because you use those for stable upgrades as well as exploration upgrades.
Ooh, that another red chest? It is! More bottle caps for your boy, nice. Kazu, leave me alone. I'm just here to grab my bottle caps and move on.
Yeah, I think Raptor, honestly, my biggest nitpick about Fossil Fighters is the fact that, at least with the first game, it feels like all of like the prehistoric mammals, or like most of them, are locked behind post game. And I kind of wish that I could have made like a full prehistoric mammal team like during the main story.
So while we're on the kind of the topic of dinosaurs, have you heard of Dinosaur King?
I have it on my R4, but I never played it. I watched the anime.
I watched the anime and I played the game on the DS. I remember really liking that game.
Yeah, I have it. So I want to try that one out.
Which I'm gonna be honest,
But-
if I replayed the game, I'd probably still have a good time. I feel like most of my love for it was the game, not the anime, but I feel like most of my love for it was nostalgia. But I would like to go back and play it because I remember liking it.
Yeah, I wanted to prioritize Fossil Fighters because I've heard more people praising Fossil Fighters than Dinosaur King.
Yeah, when you were talking about Fossifers, I was thinking to myself, Dinosaur King? I remember playing that game.
Yeah, I think Alakazam was telling me that there's like a third one called Fossil Battle as well. That's like the worst one. Like
Oh,
it's
I didn't.
like
I've only played the one on DS,
yeah.
like the
So
original.
there was like, but like there were like 3 different game series on just like fossil excavation specifically with dinosaurs. Um, and then there were like other things. There was like Battle of the Giant Dinosaurs, which was like different. Obviously,
Ooh,
Spectres
this
had.
is Jade Barroth.
Okay, so that's a guaranteed Jade Barroth egg, and all we'll have left is Toby.
All right. You know what? Let's do this. Fight me. I want to get some combat going.
Yeah. Raptor's saying that the other ones that I was mentioning are like, yeah, they're there, they're on the DS, but they're not that good.
What, the other Dinosaur King games or whatever?
No, not Dinosaur King, but like Fossil Battle and Fossil League.
Oh, right, right.
So like Dinosaur King, I guess is one to try, and I do have access to it. So I'm gonna give it a try, but
I haven't
it's not
played
gonna
it
be
in
until
years.
It's not gonna be until after Fossil Fighters Champion for sure. Because I definitely want to move on to that. Yeah, I never played Battle of the Giants Dinosaurs, but I played the Dragons one. I own the Dragons one, which honestly I didn't really like it that much.
I'm switching to a sword. Realized I'm on the bow still.
Yeah, I figured Dinosaur King uses the touchscreen. I figure like if there's any sort of fossil excavation minigame, it's gonna use the touchscreen. Really, the only game that I can think of that does fossil excavation that doesn't use a touchscreen is Spectre's Origins, and that's because it's on the Wii. Arietta, you might not like the answer to this question, because I know that there's quite a few people that didn't like it, but I actually, I stopped playing Persona 5 Royal a couple hours in. And I wouldn't necessarily say because I thought the game was bad. I just think that the emphasis on social sims is not a game design that I really enjoy. So it is a game that I do want to go back to because I enjoyed the combat. I enjoyed infiltrating the palaces, and I did enjoy like the main story and characters. I just didn't like how there was all this free time in between where you could like do a bunch of different things. I was like, no, just like keep me going with like what you have that's important. I don't want to. I didn't like getting sidetracked with all the other stuff.
You're right, I don't like that answer, but also understandable. I've talked to you about this.
Yeah, we've talked extensively about it. But I would say that's probably the best example of me being like, I'm gonna stop playing this game because I don't like it.
I've gone on record to say I like Persona 5 and I like Three Houses, and if someone told me they don't like all the social stuff, I just kind of like, alright, that's understandable.
Like if there was like a mode, like a non-social sim mode, I don't know if that would like work effectively because I know that like the confidant stuff does like affect you in battle. But if there was like a way to do that, I would turn it on.
And as for me, Arietta, answer to your question, yesterday's stream is a perfect example.
Oh yeah, I heard Grandia Extreme turned into a dumpster fire.
And the extreme sucks.
Well, you don't. You don't like Grandia 3 either, right?
Yeah, I think I like Grandia 3 more than Extreme, but like not by much, because at least I finished Grandia 3, but I didn't like it. Basically, the long and short of it is, I mean, like, the story and the characters, they were just starting out, they were, like, fine, but from what I saw, they weren't gonna, I actually read stuff last night about Grandia Extreme because I'm never gonna finish it, but the main reason I stopped playing it was because the dungeons got super annoying, and it had a very awful backtrack system of, like, oh, if you leave a dungeon and use a teleporter to go to the one save point in the game, then you have to go through the whole dungeon again. And then puzzles reset when you enter the dungeon, so you just have to waste more time redoing the dungeon. And it's just a grindy mess, and the level scaling is terrible. Is the long and short of it. And then from what I saw, the story was nothing to write home about, and the characters seemed so paper thin and forgettable, and I read some stuff last night, and the story and characters are basically non-existent. And apparently, chat was telling me it's like 43 hours of playtime, but most of that is grinding. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I like Grandia 1 and 2. I love them. Not the biggest fan of 3, but at least I finished 3. And Extreme is honestly a game I really hate. It was not good. No wonder no one talks about it. Yeah, that's the biggest example that comes to mind because it's fresh in my mind. And also, I didn't finish Ruins of Lore, Lufia. The Lufia game, Ruins of Lore. I didn't like that game either. It sucked. I did finish Dawn of the New World, but I didn't like that game either. But I at least finished it.
Yeah, because it was a Tales of game. You weren't gonna just quit on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that was me with Sword and Shield. I was like, this is a terrible game, but I'm gonna finish it. I also
Oh yeah, plenty of games I finished I think are bad that they're able to be finished by me.
But it's also like I sped through like I finished all of Sword and Shield, including the post game, in 14 hours. Which like it takes me like 4 to 5 more hours just to get through the main story of like Sun and Moon. So
yeah.
Yeah, Raptor, I was actually gonna ask you, do you think I should get Frontier before the eShop closes just to experience it? Like, even though it's not as good as the first game in Champion?
Stable. Change items, stable boot. 53 bottle caps, nice.
Yeah, you know, you can rack up bottle caps pretty fast if you go back and grind Everden.
Oh, I'm sure I could. I'm sure I could. Me the recipe for a shock trap.
Yeah, I would buy Fossil Fighter Frontier on digitally. I'm sure it's not that big of a game because it came out pretty early.
Oh my
so
word, there are outfits for Navarro. Why?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Maybe I did, but
I thought you did.
maybe I did and I just forgot because I don't like Navarro.
I looked at the gameplay for Yokai Watch Raptor and I didn't think I would like it because it seems like the monster control is very random. Like you don't really have a lot of control over what the monster's doing from a gameplay perspective. So I think I'm gonna pass on Yokai Watch. I think what I'm looking at is Fossil Fighters Frontier, Shadows of Valentia, which I know that you would be happy to hear, and then I want to try Devil Survivor 1 first, but maybe I would get overclocked if I liked 1 enough to like play a better version.
I have no interest in Yokai Watch from what I've seen.
Yeah, I just like. I mean, Alakazam's gonna be mad when he hears this, but I like genuinely looked into the combat and I was like, this doesn't look like fun for that.
Cold Steel has like minor social sim stuff, especially the first one, but like it's not as excruciatingly slow. And I mean, the game is already slow pacing, but the social sim stuff has nothing to do with it.
And Arietta is forgetting that Cold Steel has Instructor Sarah.
Yeah, yeah, it does. It does. Sarah's neat. I actually like Sarah. I mean, other than, you know, obvious reasons, but...
Yeah. So Toby's the only one left that you have access to right now. So we could go after him. Let me see, actually, check your subquest, because if there is a Toby Kadachi subquest on that board now, it'll guarantee that a wild one spawns and we can go and get the retreat on it.
Alright, so Zinogre and Zamchios are mainstays. Maybe I have one of the Kezu. I mean, I'm gonna want to see all the kinships at some point, but I'm talking about more.
Yeah.
Like, I want to like focus on using a team right now.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So the thing with the Kezus too, and I think you might not remember this from the Yankutus, but subspecies have the same exact kinship. It just
I do actually remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So the kinship still registers separately to the gallery. So if you want that gallery achievement, you're gonna have to do them on their own.
Okay.
But like if you bring one Kezu, like it's going to like both Kezus have Spark Surprise. Yeah, it's just like the one thing is that normal Kezu does learn an attack that is really good on Zinogre. Like when we talk about Rite of Channeling, like that's an attack that you're gonna want. So it might be a good idea to put normal Kezu in the party, get him to a high enough level that he learns that attack, use his kinship, and then you can get rid of him and put him in Zinogre with the Rite of Channeling. That might be a good plan to do.
Where's my Jade? Oh, there it is. I don't know why I was blanking. I definitely want to use Jade Barroth because I like its design and I need a power. So you're gonna be on the team. Well, Snargakuga is obviously staying as well. He's probably mostly a mainstay as well, at least for most, if not all, of the game.
And then
I'll probably bring in a Kezu, maybe.
Yeah, you want another technical, right?
Ideally, yeah.
Yeah, because you have 2 speed, 2 power. I mean, not that you have any choice with Ratha, but...
Bring in regular Kezu, why not? Alright. While I have them, I'll see their kinships, but I'll worry about red. Well, red Kezu is basically the same, but I want to see it for the kinship data. So
yeah, I like Spark Surprise. I think it's a funny one. But yeah, now check the quest board.
I am looking at the quest board.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So there is a co-op called Toby Kadachi subquest, which means that we're gonna get a guaranteed Toby spawn, so we can try and make that retreat.
Oh, these. Oh, you go to like a certain region and you get it? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Toby, just to refresh myself on what the retreat is, breaking the tail with a hunting horn is what you have to do. If not, you know, we'll still throw the paintball, but you'll have a 95% chance if you break the tail with a hunting horn as well.
Is it just somewhere in the map? Where exactly is this? Because it shows me the region.
Oh, cool tip. Go, hit, plus.
Yeah, map plus.
Okay, and then go to your quest list, in that menu. And then scroll to, oh wait, no, you hit the map. Never mind.
You said plus. Oh, the menu quest info. I see what you mean.
Yeah, and then scroll to the co-op Toby Kadachi.
I see. I saw that part. Hang on. How do I? Can I filter this? Co-op quest.
If you
Wait, can I not
find that,
accept it? Oh, is it because I have too many? Is there like a limit to quests you can accept?
maybe.
That
I
might be
always
it because I
did.
don't have it.
I always did all my sub quests right away. Go back to the quest board and check.
Yeah, I'm doing that. Sub quest. Abandon. I want to abandon somebody.
Yeah, abandon like all the 1-star ones because you've progressed far enough that you don't need to.
It can. Okay.
No, it says you accepted it.
It does. That's why it's weird. Maybe I'm just getting... Probably just getting drowned in all this.
Yeah.
Okay, you can filter this. There it is. Okay, you're talking about this,
So,
right? It shows me the map area, but like where in Loloska?
Yeah, so co-op call Toby Kadachi, hover over it, and I want you to hit the Y button.
Oh, a marker. Okay.
Yep.
I think I know what's up then.
Yeah, it gives you a subquest marker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's
now
like
you know
activating
exactly.
a quest in most other RPGs with side quests. I just
Yeah.
didn't know this game you can do that.
Yeah, so now you can target that Toby Kadachi. You know exactly where it is.
There you are. Loloska Rock Canyon. Alright, let me do a quick little transport.
Oh, Raptor Nova was updating me on the direct. Were you very happy to see more Bayonetta 3 news?
That direct still blew. I can't believe. It still astounds me that they actually are porting
Wait,
Symphonia.
wait, go in the rare den. Go in the rare den.
Why,
We might make
though?
that. We might be able to make this simpler.
Oh, what? Could he be in the rare den?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you said he has like a lower chance of being in the rare den or something, right?
The rare dens have a low spawn rate in the Rocky Canyon and the forest, so usually they don't pop up. But that one just happened to pop up right there, so take advantage of it.
Alright, life suit, pretty good. AoE healing's nice. I love this color scheme on Jade Barroth.
Jade Barroth is great. I love it. I also love the snow as opposed to mud. I'm mad that he's not in Rise because they keep bringing normal.
What does
Barroth
the
for me.
egg look like?
It's white with kind of like dark blue
This is
fangs.
not it. Wait. This is probably one I seen 6 months ago. It's a purple egg and it's got like a light pink stripes on it.
No, that's Nursilla. We found that last stream.
No, I was asking because it looked new to me.
Yeah, we got that last stream.
I knew it wasn't it when you described it. Alright, this is Anjanath.
Yeah.
Alright, what were you saying the color was?
It's like a kind of like a gray or a white base with like vertical dark blue, like jagged lightning bolts.
Oh,
That's
the
it.
lightning. Oh, this is it? The one I have?
Yes.
You said they're blue? I would say that's black.
It's like it's a dark blue.
I guess I can see it.
It's like a navy blue. I guess it's black too.
I mean,
I see navy,
I don't know.
But
oh yeah, the lightning bolts. Yeah. No, I'm talking about the lightning bolts. I'm not that crazy. I know the other part is light blue, but I don't know. It looks black to me. But
I guess like reading the description, it says pale blue with black vertical zigzags.
that makes that it's fine.
Yeah. The point is, you got the egg. So now we have all of the Monties that you're missing. So we don't even have to do that subquest if you don't want to.
Yeah, I'm probably not even gonna.
We can just progress with the story. Well, we can hatch that egg and then progress with the story.
I'm gonna put this thing on my.
It's another speed, so be aware. But if you like the design, right?
I definitely like the design, so I think it's enough to make me use it. I don't know.
Basically, if you were having trouble with Zinogre, I would have told you to add this to the team.
Yeah, I mean, like, I know I like to balance it, but, like, its design is too good to not use it. Alright, well, just level it up a bit. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I level.
Yeah, I figured when Nova was telling me the stuff that they revealed, I figured there were quite a few things that you were going to be excited about, Raptor.
There you are. I get so lost in that monster screen every single time.
Yeah, it only gets bigger and bigger.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like the days of looking for Pokemon in your PC.
Well, it's like, for me, it's usually like I'll have like multiple Monsties because like you upgrade genes to like, 3 copies of the same gene. So it would get to the point where I'd have so many of them that I would just like upgrade the genes within like the surplus Monsties, so that way I could just take a fully upgraded gene and place it on a new team member when I was ready. So I just had that many surplus eggs.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Like, yeah, that's just what happens when you've got that many. Hot Mist.
Right. I was gonna remember at some point.
Yeah, you'll definitely need it where you're going. Yeah, the thing with Tobi Kadachi that I kind of was upset about in Rise is that in low rank, and this also applies to Barroth, like Frostfang, both of them in the single-player village quests, you get to fight them before Magnum Hollow, but in the multiplayer quests, you don't. And I think that both of those fights are good for preparing new players for Magnum Hollow. So I found that to be like pretty unfortunate when we were playing through Rise together.
That's strange for coming from someone who doesn't really like know about like, oh, what's best to fight when, but it's just a little strange that you can do it in like single player, you fight them earlier than multiplayer.
It's just because they're at like different, like the ranking system is different for the single player village quest. And like the thing with the village quests as well is that that's only low rank. Like once you get to high rank, it's only hub. They just use the hub for everything. So I think that that's kind of where like the discrepancy was happening. But yeah, I think those two, and then Somnicant, which was introduced in Rise, like they're 3 monsters that like if you're only doing the hub campaign, you don't fight them until after Magnum Hollow. I mean, even like I would even say like things like Rathalos and Nargacuga, maybe even Mizutsune, they're easier than Magnum Hollow, but you fight them later no matter what.